Rangers goalie consultant Steve Valaket on Twitter says on the Nash Price incident, Price embellished that big time. Really, Steve? Alright, let's get you in your old goalie gear and have Rick Nash knee you in the head going full speed. We'll see how well you stand up. Hey everyone, it is Ben back again, and the Habs win! What are you still doing here? You were supposed to be gone!
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Because if not, they're gonna get blown away.
The cannon. It just kept firing.
I am excited.
Hello everybody, it is Ben back again, and the Habs lose 2-1 to the New York Rangers in Game 4. Just get right into it because this wasn't a very pretty game. Early on, Jesper Fast gets a goal off a really unfortunate bounce for Markov, who had been having a great series so far. It just kind of goes off of his skate and pops out front as he's trying to pick it up. There's room around the boards, goes off his skate, goes out in front. Jesper Fast gets it, puts it in, puts the Rangers up 1-0 early. And then shortly after that, that was when the Nash incident happened, where he just comes in on Price going full speed, tries to jump over him and knees him in the head, and then the goal gets waved off for goalie interference. And I just didn't know how anybody in that arena could be arguing that that shouldn't have been waved off. Like, I just heard fans booing, like, no, it was... the Rangers got a penalty on the play, but of course the Habs didn't do anything with the power play because I think the Game 3 was just a one-time thing with the whole power play goals. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. But anyway, we go towards the end of the first. It looks like we're going to go into the first intermission with Rangers up 1-0. But no, Radulov with a great play on the boards in front of the Rangers bench, just getting all kinds of attention, just making them all mad. Gets like 3 or 4 Rangers on him, then just gives a nice little pass out to Mitchell, and it allows... Mitchell and Weber to go in on a 2-on-1. Nice tic-tac-toe play. Mitchell puts it in to tie the game up. It was funny because he went back after the fact and watched the replay. Both teams had 6 players on the ice. Both teams had too many men, so I don't know what happened on that play. It was just both changes were insane. I don't know what that would have meant, whether that should have counted or not. But anyway, we go into the first intermission, tied 1-1. The Habs come out into the second and look like they looked in the second period of Game 1. Just absolutely terrible play in the second, and that allows Nash gets a goal off of Pat Chiaretti, kind of trying to go up on McDonough, who's covering, tries to poke it past him, misses, but then Pat Chiaretti skates by him. McDonough gets it down to Nash. Nash has the easy goal, gets it 5-hole on Price. Rangers are again up by 2-1. And they would hold that lead for the rest of the game. They held it all through the second. They're stifling defense. In the third period, the Habs come out and get a few chances. They're looking a little bit better. Price bails them out a few times in the second and into the third. And we end up pulling the goalie, pulling Price with about 2 minutes left. And Weber rings it off the post for the third time this series. God, that was frustrating. Nearly ties it up. But then after that, it just looks like they get a few chances, but then with like 30 seconds left, they're just passing it around and trying to set something perfect up in the Ranger zone, and they're still get down to like 10 seconds left, and they're still trying to do it. I'm like, yes, it's great you're trying to make a nice goal happen, but you might want to put it on net at some point because you're running out of time. And of course, they did run out of time, and the Rangers get the win. 2-1 to tie the series up 2-2, heading back to Montreal on Thursday. Final thoughts on the game. Final shots were 32-24 in favor of New York. Doesn't surprise me. They were the better offensive team all game. They just showed more drive all game. They were the more desperate team all game because they didn't want to be going into Montreal down 3-1. But anyway, the Habs needed to have a better effort than they did. Frankly, it was just embarrassing how poorly they played, especially in the second period. Personally, I don't know why both of Ott and King are still in the lineup. Both the amount of scoring chances I've seen go to their sticks and die this series is just frustrating. I wouldn't mind seeing McCarron or Brian Flynn draw in for either of them. Just because I know Brian Flynn isn't the biggest name, but we've seen he has finish. What he's done in shootouts and whatever, he has finish. I think he'd do better than either Ott or King have been doing. And then McCarron, I think, just needs to get a chance in this playoffs because he's young, he has a lot of talent, and he hasn't had a chance yet. I would love to see either of them draw in for Ott or King, just because the amount of times I saw chances just go to die on their sticks was just all series has been like that. I don't know. Granted, after I say this, they'll probably each score one next game. Price stood on his head and made some great saves tonight, kept the Habs in the game all game. It was the first game I think he's really had to do that. We're tied 2-2 in the series heading back to Montreal, and hopefully we can get the game on Thursday. I'm going to that, so that should be fun. Hopefully it's not an intense overtime game like it was last time, because I like not having a heart attack at age 19. That's a nice thing. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.